Hello my beautiful soulmates, and welcome back to the channel, you guys. I am going to be the gift that keeps on giving all month long. We are here. It is the Q&A. If it is your first time here, do not forget to go ahead and click that notification bell so you are notified every time your girl drops a video. So I asked you guys to send me in the questions, and when I tell you that you guys came swinging and your girl had to duck and dive, you guys were trying to take me out, and it was a lot. So good news and bad news. So the good news, well, maybe it's good news and better news. The good news is I have a lot of questions to answer. So I am going to be talking really fast in this video so that it's not a long drawn out video. Bear with me because you guys already know how I am. And two, this is going to be done in parts. I could already see it because it was a lot of questions, and so it's most likely going to be done in parts. Also, I am going to call it the Q&A series because you guys sent me so many questions that I am going to break it up. All of the questions that you guys sent me about my birth story, my delivery, right? Labor, pregnancy, some of those, I will be answering those in the birth story video. You guys had a lot of questions. Who was in the room? What was happening? And so I will be answering that when I do the birth story video, and that's going to be following this one. And then I am going to do a video. You guys had a lot of questions about baby girl. You guys are so curious about her. So I will be answering your questions about baby girl and motherhood, my experience in motherhood, in another video. And then lastly, you guys want to know, what do I do for work? You guys want to know beauty tips, what Ellie is using, all this stuff, the tips and tricks. I got you guys. That's going to be in the last video. So I think I just gave you guys a list of how I will be answering all of the questions. I hope you guys are okay with it. It's the best that I can do. So let's call it the series, okay? We are here for the Q&A series. This is part one. Buckle up, buttercup, and come on in. Let's go ahead. So I have two requests. I already made it on my social media, but I am going to go ahead and say it first. First one is, let's keep the conversations that we're having here. It's between me and you, okay? Let's try to keep it in this comment section. You guys have a comment, drop it down below. Do not take this to anyone else's page. This is not about anyone but me, y'all. So let's keep it here. And the questions, I think it applies to a lot of different situations. So please, let's keep the conversation on this platform. I am entrusting you guys. Okay, I'm gonna be thorough, and I'm going to be transparent as I can be, while still extending grace. So let's try to keep that conversation here, yeah? Secondly, let's get in the habit of listening to something someone says when they say it the first time, okay? Because I feel like you guys are asking me a lot of the same questions. Like, I was just looking at it like, I think I answered this before. But this question keeps on popping up. So I will try to answer it, but let's try to hear when I say it the first time so that I don't have to keep repeating myself, okay? So yeah, so let's get into it, you guys. Oh my God, first of all, how cute. I'm such a mom. The things that I find cute these days are so funny, you guys. But yeah, we're in the holiday spirit, okay? I'm trying to bless you guys this holiday season. So, let's get into it. Do you have the desire to get married, or are you not that type of woman? So, not that type of woman. That's funny. I am her. Hello. I am her. She is me. I am totally that woman. You guys, I got married at 19 years old. I know, wild. It's a very interesting story of me, a French model, New Year's Eve party, so New York. Anyways, if you guys want to know about all of that, let me know. Maybe I'll tell you guys about my marriage and my divorce. Anyways, not the question asked. So yeah, I've been married. I've done that. I've checked that box off. It's not something I'm eager to check off again, okay? So I've experienced it. It was an amazing experience. He's my best friend till today. He's like family to me. It was an amazing experience. I have nothing negative to say about the man. You know, we were just young, and yeah, would I do it again? Maybe. You know, he set a high bar, and so I don't know, but I'm not eager to do it again. So I am that woman. I'm just gonna take my time, okay? I'm gonna be really intentional about it next time. So yeah, no one's sweeping me off my feet. Just kidding. Okay, next question. What made you want a child with this man instead of others, and how did you know he was the one? Truly, it was a feeling. It was just a feeling that I got with her father. When I met him, I just knew it. It was like my soul just chose him, and I guess his chose me too, and our daughter chose us. It was a beautiful experience. I love everything about it, and yeah, so it was a feeling that I got. I had never gotten that feeling with anyone before. The thought of even having people's kids before then was repelling. I was like, no sir. I was popping my birth control like Tic Tacs. I was like, no. So it was shocking when I met him and immediately had that feeling. So I don't know if it's the same for others, but that's how it was for your girl. Did you get any pushback from family on your decision to get pregnant so fast with your new man? Absolutely not. You guys, first of all, I'm a 32-year-old woman. I'm not 16. What pushback could my family give me at my big age about making decisions? You know. Second of all, I mean, my family just wants to see me happy, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. They just want to see me happy. No one's family member wants to see them in the wrong situation, sad, depressed, whatever. Listen, get up out of there. Yeah, you ready to be happy? We want to see you happy. That's really all that was. And also, we needed a girl, okay? My family was ecstatic. They left that girl like down, okay? It had been like 20 years since my family had a girl. It had been 6 boys. And so my family was over the moon, ecstatic, no weird feelings whatsoever. And it's so funny because I think you guys might have had some feelings about how fast I moved on. And so you expect that people in my life would probably feel the same, but no. And then also when you have it going on, I mean, there's just suitors lined up waiting for the person to mess up so they could just sweep right on in. I know, you guys are gonna be like, Ellie, you are so full of yourself. But it's the truth. Your girl got it going on. She's a good girl and people notice. And you know, it's moving on is easy. I don't know about anybody else, but moving on is so easy. There's a lot out there. They'd be like, ooh, you ended up in the wrong hands? Don't worry about it. Come on this way. And who am I? Who am I to deny myself of God's blessings? I mean, you know, moving on fast, it is what it is, okay? When you got it going on, you got it going on. What was the longest time you spent in a relationship after seeing red flags, and why did you stay? This is a good question. I'm glad that you guys asked it. I feel like I get asked it a lot. I feel like when women stay in situations that's not necessarily good for them, you know, the world does look down on them. Like, why did you stay? What made you stay? And there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons for many different women. Every woman has her own experience and her own reasons as to why she stayed. Some women stay for a heap of reasons. But me personally, I'm gonna speak for me personally. Why did I stay in situations where maybe I had no business staying in? And I will say there was 2 specific reasons why I stayed. One of them, and this is just in general, when a woman realizes she's in the wrong relationship, it's not necessarily the moment that she walks away, okay? And the reason why is because it takes us a while to kind of wrap our mind around like what is happening, what's going on. It's a lot of manipulation that happens where it's like they're saying one thing, you're seeing something else, and you're just like trying to make sense of like what is happening around me. Who is this person that I'm dealing with? And you know, the thing is, like, when you're in it, sometimes they make you feel and question yourself in a way that like they make it seem like their behavior is justifiable and somehow you did something to deserve it. Like, I'm behaving this way because of you. You did something to piss me off, or I'm treating you this way because I'm the victim of you. You're a nag, you make me wanna go away. You put too much pressure on me, you're never happy, you expect too much. So because of this, I am now gonna, do that. And so sometimes it just makes you feel like, I did say that thing, or I did do this, maybe I did deserve it. I don't know. It's a tricky place to be when you're trying to figure out what's really happening. And yeah, so that's why it's confusing. There's a lot of just gaslighting happening, and it's a trippy place to be. Okay, let's just leave it at that. And secondly, I'm the type of person that I just like to have an understanding of things, especially before I move on. Because here's the thing, once you move on, you have to do it in a way in which you never look back. You really have to know who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, in order for you to look forward and never look back. And I made that mistake because I left. And when I left, I wasn't sure exactly. I had some intuition, but I just wasn't sure of like, what is happening? Who is this person? What am I dealing with? And those question marks made like an opening in order for me to go back and like really get to the root of it. So when I went back, I knew I needed to really understand what was happening. And here's where it gets a little bit weird, okay? Where you guys are gonna be like, Ellie, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, okay? This is my truth. My mother always taught me, I was always taught that you don't always have to be the smartest person in the room. Sometimes it pays off to play as dumb as people think you are. And the reason why is because when people think you're not paying attention, it's truly when they can be comfortable. And when people get comfortable, that's when they start to be their true selves. They show you who they really are because they think that you're not paying attention, you're not noticing, and they get sloppy. They get sloppy, and it puts you in a position to see things very clearly for what they are, okay? And so that's what I did. I sat back, I observed, I was quiet, I played dumb when I wasn't being dumb. And I was able to see the truth. And then once I realized I'm in the wrong situation, I gotta go. I'm gonna leave the building, I'm gonna leave the relationship, I'm gonna leave the room, I'm gonna leave the state. Y'all know I will leave the country. If I can, let me leave this planet, get me out of here. I want out, okay? So if you ever see a woman in a situation, just know she's not there because she's dumb. She's not there because she's completely unaware of her reality. Sometimes she's trying to figure it out. She's mapping it out, coming up with a plan, an exit strategy. You don't know. So do not judge. Don't judge people. We're all doing our best, okay? So yeah, that's my long question. I'm so sorry. I am trying to be quick, but I have to try to give you guys some clarity so that we can stop asking these same questions, okay? Will the father ever be in the baby's life, and will you ever tell the truth about who the father is? I believe he needs to know the truth no matter what y'all went through. Okay. Priscilla, I'm gonna give you a personal shout out for that one because you are a funny person. So here's the thing, Priscilla, you keep saying, when are you gonna tell the truth? I have told the truth. I have said it. I have said it. I have said it to anyone that will listen. I will scream it from a high-rise building, Priscilla. And the thing is, you still would not hear me because you don't care about what I have to say. You've already made up your mind about my reality, a narrative that is way more interesting than my truth. And so I can't sit here any longer and try to convince you of something that you just won't be convinced of, because you're already convinced. You are already convinced. You're here telling me, yeah, no, we're not gonna do this, Priscilla. So thank you for the question, Priscilla and Priscilla alikes. I hope you guys get what I'm trying to put down, okay? So I am going to say it one last time. That man is not my baby's father by the grace of God. Thank you, Lord. I give praise every day. He's not. He's just not. How did you trust someone again so soon? Okay, so trusting again after trust was broken. Here's the thing, trust is an individual experience. If you lose my trust, I don't lose my trust in the world. I lost my trust in you because you did something to lose my trust. And so when I move across, like, you know, in the world again, people have my trust until they deem themselves untrustworthy. That's just how I choose to be. I expect the best from people. And so, yeah, like I'm gonna trust you until you show me you're not trustworthy. And if you show me you aren't, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We don't always get it right, okay? Sometimes people pretend for a very long time, and then when they show you who they are, just remove them, act accordingly, and continue on living your life. Do not change who you are because of who other people are, okay? So that's just that. I have trust in the world despite people who have shown me that we're not trustworthy. It is what it is. It's between me and that person. It's not between me and the world. So yeah. So it was easy to answer your question. It was easy to trust someone again. Are there any YouTube channels that you watch or consider entertaining? You guys know I used to watch Steph and Tosh. I love Steph. That's my girl. We would be best friends. You know when you watch people, you like, I got that girl. That girl's me. Yeah. I used to watch like these Jamaican twins, but I'm a mom now, you guys. I'm a new mom. I haven't got the hang of things. I barely have time in the day. Miss Rachel and Gracie's Corner. We bop to Gracie's Corner in my house, and we watch Miss Rachel. She is the babysitter. I'm like, I will put Baby Soul there and be like, Miss Rachel, take over, and she takes over, and she's entertaining. So those are the YouTubers that today I find very entertaining. How to properly heal from a narcissist. Ooh, this is a good one because, you know, this hits home for me. So there's a couple of things. The main one is that you have to understand if you're in a situation with a narcissist is that narcissistic people, they need you. Okay, listen up, because I'm speaking from experience. I lived this. I'm trying to spare you if you are in this or if you come across this, okay? Narcissistic people, they need you for their psychological survival. In their core, they are very self-loathing people. So what that means is that, you know, like they go to dark places when you leave them. They do. They go into depression. They go into these like dark feelings because that's who they are, their core. But they attach themselves to people who are like light and people who give off like pure energy because that's everything that they lack. So they get their energy out of you. That's why when you're with them, they stand a little taller and you know, they're suddenly showing excitement and happiness that they're draining that from you because they don't have that. That's not naturally theirs. They always attach themselves to those type of people. So in order for you to get away, heal, move on from a narcissist, is to cut them off completely, okay? No form, no access to your energy, even through a distance. Do not attempt communication. Cut it off, all of it. I know it could be hard. It's a hard thing to cut because that grip that they have on you is real, okay? There's a lot that goes into that. But you have to try your hardest to cut, block, remove. Get away from them, move away from them. It doesn't matter what you do, but you gotta get as far away from them as possible. Then you can start your healing. And healing is an individual experience, right? I can't tell you how you're gonna achieve your healing, but I can tell you what I did. And what I did was I focused on myself. I put the energy back on me. And I truly asked myself, how can I be better to myself, for myself, to others, for others, right? I wrote down a list of questions. I'm gonna read them to you. I took this from my notes specifically for this question because these were the questions in my note that I asked myself when I left the situation to give me clarity on myself. Let's see. Where are they? Okay. How did you fail yourself? Who were you in that relationship? What role did you play? What did you ignore? What do you wish you did differently? What did you learn from the relationship? How do you express negative or bad emotions? And how can you become a better person to be with? You could adjust these, add questions that maybe will fit your situation better. Or maybe you could just start with these questions that I asked myself. It gave me clarity on me, why I did the things I did, why I chose the paths I chose. And once I was looking at myself for what I truly was and saw what I needed to work on in order for me to be in a better place and be better to myself and then the world to me, right? I just started healing. I was back to me again. I was happy again. I was evolving. I was growing. I was being better, and life gets better. So focus on you, babe. It's gonna be okay. There are blessings in the broken, okay? Even though people want to make you feel less than, let me tell you something. This is going to heal you immediately if you ended up with a narcissist. Do not feel bad about you. I know the world will look down on you for it. But let me tell you something about narcissists that people do not know. Narcissists attach themselves to good quality, high value people because it's everything that they aren't and they strive to be. And so if you end up in the hands of a narcissist, odds are you're an amazing person because I promise you, they do not drain people that they cannot take anything from. So yeah, you up there, babe. You up there. You were chosen. And I know it's a terrible thing that you were chosen, but they choose good quality people. And it's okay. Let it go. Move on. You are better. Go on with life. Okay? You will find better. You just got to work on you in order for you to attract better. Okay. Has Elli Soul found her soulmate? Have I found my soulmate? That's a good question. I like that question.